Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. You're watching live with LWL, Lindsay with love. Today is March 21st, 2025 on a Friday, and I have not said TGIF in many years because your girl does not work in the corporate field anymore, but for real this time, TGIF. You guys, there's so much energy happening in the sky. If we are meeting for the first time, hello, I'm here to raise the frequency of the planet, and I do that by reminding you how energetically powerful you are. It is not something you need to go out and get. It lives within inside of you. You just might need to make a few tweaks by releasing some limiting beliefs and reprogramming your subconscious mind to success so you can actually manifest anything you desire in this lifetime. So let's get going with the show. Thank you for all the likes, 1,000 likes, and I've only been live for 2 minutes. You guys are killing the game. Good morning. Let's breathe. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Letting it go. Yesterday, I did not work. I didn't work. I worked for like 1 second in the morning. I was like, after my morning show yesterday, you guys, I was so freaking tired. I had a client last night, so I was like, I really need to get my energy right for my private client. And I decided from around noon until about 4, I just lied on the sofa back here and read my book. I tried to take a nap, but I'm not much of a napper anymore in the daytime, so that was really, really challenging for me. But I just lied there and read a book for fun, for funsies. And I thought to myself, geez, thank goodness I have created this reality for myself. Otherwise, this would really suck. Imagine if I was at an office right now and I had to like trudge through my day, so affected by the planets. Even though I'm aware of what's happening, I was tired. Capital T, you guys. How are you feeling? Good morning, VIP Jamie. How are you guys feeling with the energy? Are you exhausted? If you are, recognize it's normal. It's okay. It's moving, right? It's moving swiftly and quickly, but it's moving. I'm going to open the shades a little. Let's see if we can get some decent lighting without hurting my eyeballs. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Good morning. Let's catch up with the comments. I'm going to say good morning to everybody. Good morning to all my VIPs that are in the chat. Thanks for being here. Who just found happy Friday, Tony says. Tyra, oh boy. Tyrasher. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. VIP Jewel says, good morning, my fabulous friends. I love that. TikTok is not being nice today. You are not coming up. Womp womp. That's okay. TikTok's just jelly of my success lately. I went viral the other day, you guys. I'm killing the game. I started working with a new coach on March 18th. I went viral 2 days ago. You guys, boom, boom. You decide you want something. You show the universe you're serious by investing some way in that thing, in yourself. It does not have to be a big investment. I invested $50. And then all of a sudden the universe rewards you very quickly, very freaking quickly. So a quick lesson, a quick synchronicity or a quick energetic lesson is, what is it that you want, and are you actually doing anything? I'm saying anything to prove it to the universe. You want a new house? Did you go buy some new kitchen towels? You want a new job? Did you buy a new desk for your work from home station? Or maybe you or reorganize your space to make space for this new home office? You want a new man's or a new partner, a new girlfriend? Are you going out, putting yourself out there? Like, right? Like, it's pretty obvious. But sometimes we just think that everything's just going to float magically to us. Yes, when we're in a high vibration, we put out good vibes, so we attract easier, but we don't. Let's not ever forget the law of action, which says we must take action, even a little action. Okay? All right, let's see who else is in the comments. Good morning. If you're new here, please say hello. Please say hello. Thank you for the heart me, you guys. In advance, thank you for the gifts, the likes, the heart me's, the conversation. I'm going to need your help today. We're going to woo it up a little bit. I do have some stuff to talk about. Good morning, Sarah on YouTube. I was going through my old notes on my phone. It's easier on my computer, and I was like kind of sifting through, and I was like, what are we going to talk about today? And I just found like all these like one-liner brilliant notes, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go through all of these and start compiling them because they're brilliant things that my mind has given to me, right? The source has given to me and I've put into my notes, but it's like they're kind of just hodgepodge. So I need to do some organizing, which is a good time to reset that energy. VIP Deborah says, absolutely exactly the same for me. Client in the afternoon, I needed my energy, so I rested all day. VIP Deborah, same. How did it go? VIP Deborah, when you say your clients, are you talking Reiki healing clients? And if so, I would love to learn more, hear more about your experience. How is it going so far? Are they paying clients? Thank you for the manifesting hand. Are you building your business, this new income stream after you took my Reiki course? What is going on? VIP Deborah, good morning. And yes, I'm exhausted, samesies. That's okay, you guys. Allow yourselves to be tired. Like, I think in society today, we have to have a reason to be tired. People are like, well, why are you so tired? And it's like, what the what? What do you mean, why am I so tired? I am because I am, homie, okay? I'm gonna take a rest now, right? Allow yourself to be tired. You don't need to have a reason. You don't need to have 20 kids to be tired. You don't need to have a demanding job to be tired. You don't need to have like 45 pets at a farm to take care of to be tired. You're just tired. It's normal. It's normal. The body needs rest, right? And a lot of people, it's not just the body, it's the mind that really needs the rest. And I think that's why a lot of people are very tired. It's because it's not their body, it's their mind. And they really need to just like calm it down. All right, let's see. Good morning, Dreama is in the house. Good morning, Dreama. Good morning, Rika Brigania Denoy. Denoy. I hope I'm saying your name right. VIP Deborah says yes. Clients, building clients, words getting out, and experiences even for me are wonderful. VIP Deborah, my heart is so proud of you. Oh my gosh, go on. Bex, good morning, Bex. Welcome to the chat. Did I see Bex coming in? Yes, I did. Okay. Good morning, Bex. VIP Mel says, oh, I needed that permission. I need to rest after all this change in activity. Yeah. You know how hard it was for me yesterday? I felt like 10% guilty. I'm not going to lie. And I know energy, right? I know energy, and I know that honoring my energy is the most powerful thing I can do for myself. It's the same thing you can do for yourself. The energetic game of life, you become wildly powerful when you have honored it fully. In other words, you know when you're very tired at your computer or whatever you're doing, and you're trying to like get that last 10% done, and all of a sudden it's like your brain isn't functioning and your fingers are mistyping, and like it's like brain fog is setting in, and you like no matter how hard you push with human effort, it's not happening. And then you start to get frustrated, and then you have to push for another hour because that last hour was crap. That last hour you should have just stopped. Just stop. Now, I know it's a little bit crazy if I'm saying this and you're like, well, how do I tell my boss, like, hey, my energy's off? I get that, right? I've created a reality where I don't have anybody telling me what to do. So it's a little bit easier for me. In a corporate job, you might have to power through, but then at the end of the day, allow yourself to rest. I used to be the person that'd be like, you want to come to watch my baseball game? You want to come go to the bar with me tonight? You want to go to dinner tomorrow? You want to da-da-da? And there was a time in my life where I would tell people, no, I am having Lindsay night. And they would be so excited. They would be like, what's Lindsay night? Can I come? And I'm like, nope, no, you don't understand. Lindsay night is a night where nobody gets access to me. Barely I even get access to me. And they're like, well, what do you do? And I was like, it really just depends. And they're like, well, give me some examples. And I'm like, sometimes I stare at my ceiling. Sometimes I journal. Sometimes I go to sleep at 5 p.m. And I don't care. I just do it because I'm tired or because I need that decompressing time, right? Especially if you have a lot of water in your chart or you're very empathetic, you need that space. Good morning, Kiki Law. Welcome to YouTube. Duet, I think is how you say your name. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Jen is in the house. Good morning, Jen. All right, Holistic Therapy, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. For all my newbies, welcome. I go live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're talking all things energy, astrology, awareness, spirituality, manifesting, understanding yourself so that you can create the reality you truly desire. So that's what I'm all about. I'm all about transformation and the vibes, and I hope you enjoy the show. Okay, so there's a couple of things that I found in my notes that I was like, this is good. Excuse me. Jen says, I help other people by getting enough sleep, to be honest. Yeah, of course, right? Because when your energy is high, especially if you're in the field like you or I, it seems, Jen, like, excuse me, like VIP Deborah, we're in the space of helping other people. So when our cup is not overflowing, we're not at our best. Realistically, right? I know, like yesterday's live, I was like, I know that was like, okay, I could have done better. I'm not mad at myself. I don't really care. I still showed up, but I was tired, you guys. I really was. And today's show, I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better because I rested all day. And I had such a good freaking call with my client. She's in the integration phase. She's healed. We did the healing. We started manifesting. We've been manifesting together for a while. Now she's done intellectualizing. She's launched. She's like, I'm good. I know it's on its way. And that is so exciting to watch. So I'm excited to see how her life unfolds in the next couple of weeks, months, however long we hang out together. VIP Erin is in the house. Good morning, VIP Erin. But I think I was able to, or I know I was able to show up for her really strongly yesterday evening because I spent the day just lounging. And it's the first time I've lounged in the afternoon in a long time. I picked a book. I was just like living my life. And I was like, yes, this is actually the business I'd like to build anyway, which is very passive in the afternoon. It's kind of wherever the wind blows me, my heart wants to take me. And in the morning, I get my work done and then I call it a day. And people just come into my space, into the collective, and I get to help them and all those things. Collective members, I try to figure out, hey, y'all. Oh, VIP Aaron coming in with the y'all. Thank you for the TJF, Jen. Cosmic Collective members, I think I figured out the voice memo thing, but I'm sorry. I was really working hard to figure it out. There's all these different functionalities I had to tweak. So if somebody could test it out after the show, that would be awesome. Okay. So one of the notes I have in here, and I'm in the middle of a 6-month transformation. So are the people inside the Cosmic Collective that are doing this with me. And we're at the end of month 1. I had a different idea in my mind about my transformation at the beginning. And I think for the first 2 months, I have to focus on something else. But months 3 through 6 are going to be fully focused on the transformation I truly want to do. So mine is probably going to be more like a 2-month, 4-month, 6-month transformation. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I don't want to overwhelm myself. And I know like where I'm at capacity wise. VIP Catherine says, I can test it with someone today if anyone's free. Thank you, VIP Catherine. I appreciate that. Well, Jen, thanks for being here. VIP Jamie says, howdy. It works. I did it, but I was by myself. Yeah, I did it too, and I was by myself. I guess we all, and it shows you who's in the room at the time, so that is helpful. For those of you that don't know what the heck we're talking about, I host a transformative community where we're focused on energy and spirituality mostly, but really energy. So understanding who you are. Who am I at an energetic level? And how do I use my energy in the most natural way, the easiest way to actually change my life? Step into greater frequencies. You guys, I have 32.4 thousand TikTok followers. Holy shit. I've changed my life. I've transformed it, and it's continuously growing. So if you're interested in that, it's only $49 a month right now, and you get a bunch of stuff inside. Click the link in my bio to go check out and learn more. It's number 2 once you get to my website. Click number 2. Number 1 will take you to an astrology report. You might need that too. VIP Aaron says to VIP Jamie, LOL, my kids came back from spring break trip with accents. Wait, where did they go again, VIP Aaron? Where'd they go? LD Win EL, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. The universe is mental. Yes, it is. Okay. So with this transformation, I've been thinking a lot, but I've also been acting a lot, and I've been learning a lot. And I think that comes with the mental exhaustion, right? It's like we're resetting. We have Venus Cazimi coming up tomorrow. And then we have Mercury Cazimi coming up in 2 days after that. What's tomorrow? Saturday, Monday. And then we have Neptune entering Aries for the first time in anybody's life that's alive on this planet right now. And we also have the eclipse in between. Like, well, what the what, you guys? This is a lot of energy happening, but it's a lot of reset energy. We can reset our lives around our money, around, thank you for making me a cowboy, VIP Aaron, yeehaw, y'all. We can reset our beauty, our peace, our balance, our harmony, our relationships with others and ourselves. That's Venus. And then what about Mercury coming up later? And I'm putting videos out, you guys, so make sure to come check my page. I'm going to be doing a lot of like very specific astrology videos moving forward, just because there's a lot happening in the sky. So make sure to be coming back to my page daily, because I'm going to be posting daily. Make sure to follow so you don't miss it, right? So you can actually use the energy of the sky in a productive manner. You're not the type of person that follows astrology for funsies. You are following the astrology because you know that if you use the energy wisely, you will win, right? That's why you're hanging out with me, because that's how I use the energy. That's how I use the astrology. So we have the Venus reset, and then a couple of days later, we have the mind reset. We get to reset our minds. We get to release old programming that no longer works with us. It's no longer in alignment with what we truly desire. And then we have the eclipse. Holy cow, new moon solar eclipse on the 29th. It's like reset, reset, reset. Holy cow, you guys. It's powerful. It's a powerful time. But allow yourselves to move through it with grace and patience. I'm getting a lot of comments on that video that blew up, and people are like, I'm crying every day and I feel so upset. And I'm like, yeah, let it out. But like, don't live in that space. Like, you are allowed to cry, of course. Release the tears if you have that cortisol built up in your body. Let it out. But don't become your tears. Don't become the sad person. You don't have to. It's just a moment. The energy's always moving, right? It's always moving. So perspective shift, you can boss up your life by treating it like a business. What a segue, Lindsay. What a segue. VIP, let me get caught up with the comments. Thank you for making me a cowboy. I appreciate that, VIP Aaron. We are in Oklahoma though. VIP Jamie says, oh wait, what did I will have to have Chris talk for you guys one day. She speaks hillbilly. Oh, so cute. I love it. Tennessee. Oh, fun. Yeah, Tennessee's fun. Haha, yeah, Tennessee is like Kentucky, y'all. Yeah, I need a daily Sky News play-by-play these days. Yeah, well, I'm putting them out, but it's like happening so fast, and I want to put them out close. So today is all going to be a Venus Kazemi. So come back to my page. I'll be posting between 11 and noon around the Venus Kazemi, and then maybe again around it again in the evening, 2 different kind of topics. But the first one will be all about like drop in your rising sign, and I'll help you understand it kind of vibes. And then we have some stuff going on, and I have it kind of planned out, but don't worry, I will be giving the play-by-play. All right, new beginnings on repeat. Jen says, yeah. VIP Jamie says she has an accent for Oklahoma. It's adorable. That's sweet. VIP Deborah says, I feel so free, like I've released all my dust bunnies, and I'm working on clearing energy all the time. Yeah, me too. Yesterday was challenging. Today feels much lighter. Maybe because I got to rest, or I don't know, you guys. Let me know. Do you feel lighter today, or are you still kind of in the thick of it? Now, I know I got to rest, so I feel good, but maybe you didn't get that yesterday, and so you're kind of still in the thick of it. It's okay to be sad, but don't live there. Yep, I said it, Bex. You got it. All right. You still feel pretty drained, VIP Jules. Yeah. So maybe you need to honor your energy a little bit more today, right? It's Friday, so on Friday nights, like sometimes I just go to sleep. I'm not gonna lie, I still do that. Like I like the end of a Friday, and like I'm like in bed by 7. It feels good. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna like watch my shows, maybe put on read my book. My partner will fall asleep early because he's tired. He does a lot of mental work all week long too. So yeah, after work, yes. VIP Jamie says, I'm being boss over the home health company this week. I'm exhausted. I'm still going through it. VIP Brenda says, I lost 4 hours yesterday. Jules, how did you lose 4 hours? Were you in flow mode or what? Were you in flow state? Okay, so treat your life like a business. It might help. Now, I don't want to, like, let's not take it to the extreme where you're like a solopreneur and like you think you have to be on all the time in your business. No, but what I'm saying is, we've talked about this before. What I'm saying is, if you were to start treating your life like a business, you would start to know where you need to maybe dial in and do a little bit better job, maybe marketing, promoting, which would be using your voice, setting boundaries, right? Communication, throat chakra vibes. Maybe it's you do need to take more rests. It's like, you know, your business is cyclical and you're in that down season, and so you're resting, you're allowing yourself to kind of get yourself moving and grooving, you're putting plans onto paper, but you're not totally implementing yet. And when you think about your life like this, and then you learn your birth chart, you truly learn your energy, and then you follow along with an astrologer or two that share what's happening in the greater sky, you start to really learn how to truly transform your life in a way that feels not so hard, not so challenging. At the beginning, is it going to be tricky? Yeah, you're still learning. You're learning your energy. So that's like all this mental work, learning your energy, subtleties, body work, it's mind, spirit, it's all that combination together, right? I am this being that moves in this way, and these are my hang-ups, and these are the things I could be better at. I really don't even worry too much about my weaknesses. I play on my strengths, but I'm mindful of where I could get caught up, right? And I know that right now is a time for reset. So I'm thinking and I'm meditating on, what do I love about these areas of my life? Finances and love and relationships and what I value. What do I love about how my mindset is now? And then what do I want to tweak and send out and launch out as new desires in this new moon coming up during Manifesting Club or whenever, right? I need to close the blinds, you guys. It's like the sunshine. There we go. Just a little bit. VIP Jewel says, I like that analogy. You always have the best analogies. Well, thank you for that. So you think about your genuine personality, your authenticity is your marketing power, right? You stand in your authentic energy. I love the people that are on TikTok that you can tell that they're just being themselves. They're like, yep, this is me, like, It's not a show, it's just like them. Some of them are like doing some very interesting things I've never experienced in my life. I love it. I think to myself, this is what the world is made of. All of these cool personalities coming together and showcasing who they are. It's really beautiful. And you put that authenticity out, especially in a time where technology is maybe taking over. I doubt, right? Because I think we've learned our lessons and we're going to be smart with AI and all those things. And who knows what it really is anyway. It's interesting, but we become very authentic because we don't have a choice, really. Are you a robot, or are you somebody that's writing a real article on the internet? How will somebody know? Well, they know because you're being authentic. And the friends that you hang out with, you can think of them, or the people that you spend time with, they're like your managers of your company. They're the ones that are helping you lead the way. Now that's really insightful, because are these people like really helping you? Are these legit people that are supporting you, encouraging you, maybe challenging you to become a better person? Or are they like kind of like the bad apple in the group that's kind of sinking the business ship? Your greater network outside of your friends, acquaintances, friends of friends, friends of friends, that's your networking. That is your sourcing, right? Hey, my friend knows somebody who's a book publisher who actually this and this, VIP Jewels, right? Oh yeah, I have a friend who does taxes who can help me with my accounting, and she has a friend who actually does attorney and like law contract stuff who can make sure this is buttoned up. Let me refer you. That's your sourcing. So when you start to think of things like that in that mindset, you could really start to blast off in life. Now, I'm not saying be opportunistic. I'm not saying use people for their sources and their resources. But what I'm saying is tap into your network. If you have a genuine connection with somebody, you could say, hey, do you know of anybody personally that is into XYZ? Because if you do, I need that service. And I'd love for, could you make the introduction for me? That's very normal, right? That's like abundance mindset energy. That's how people in very wealthy spaces move. They're connected, right? Your health will dictate your production levels. So you're a factory, and your health is determining whether or not you're outputting or not. Production levels are down because the machine broke down, right? There's a bottleneck on the conveyor belt. Am I saying this right? I think so. And then the energy, the overall frequency, your aura, I would say is kind of like your sales capacity, right? Are you magnetic? By the way, all of you are. Whether or not you're using that personal magnetism, I don't know. Are you using it to find new people, to help new people, to share your knowledge with new people? Or are you kind of hiding, right? Which kind of leads you back to that authenticity. Hello, I'm new. Suck on my sunshine. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. Interesting handle. VIP Deborah says, so correct on that, Lindsay. Everyone should be true selves. We're all special in our own way. Yes, we are. And if you don't have friends like this that support you, you need to find them. I am blessed. I do. Yep, you can join the Cosmic Collective. And VIP Jewel says, my husband pointed out that I know a really popular illustrator too. See, there you go. You're already putting the pieces together. VIP Deborah says, all of our friends are their own entrepreneurs and we use all their services first. I love that. I have some entrepreneur friends myself and I'm the same way. Like, they're going to be my go-to, right? My friend isn't going to let me down. My friend's probably going to give me a discount, even though I will always pay full price because that's my vibe. I don't ever want to slight anybody. I don't care if we're friends or not. My friends I want to pay like more to. I'm like, no, like let me pay you more. Which is just kind of funny. VIP Jewel says, I also feel amongst the collective, we likely all have good connections and would be able to share a network. Yep, exactly. Yep. Yeah, it's a good handle. It's interesting. I'll take it. All right, let's keep going. So I was thinking about that. That was one of the notes I found, and I know we've talked about it before, but I like to repeat some things once in a while because I think it's a good perspective shift right now. Right now, you guys. We have resets on your love, money, love relationships, yourself and others. Don't forget about yourself. That's the number one person you're supposed to love, by the way. Number one, you are number one. Love yourself. And then exude that love out to the world, right? So yourself, your money, success overall, what you value in life. You might feel some really big shifts around what you value, what you're really feeling pulled to do. This energy, you guys, and I'm sharing the video literally in a couple of hours, but I will give you a sneak preview because you're here and hanging out with me and you're dedicating your time to this live. It's like we are getting messages straight from the cosmos into our heart. And all of a sudden it's like on fire about something. And it might be something that you've never thought about before. It might be something that you're like, where is this coming from? It is coming from this Venus Cazimi. Let it be. Allow yourself to feel the excitement, to feel the confidence, to feel the boldness, the courage that's coming into your heart now. It's really powerful. When you say people are drawn to you because your energy shifted, is such a beautiful confirmation. I love this, Tony. Yeah, when your energy shifts, people will be drawn to you. Hi, babies. My little doggy just got up. What's up, girl? Oh, just shifting in your bed. Okay. So if we can treat our body, is that why I woke up with heartburn this morning? It could be. I mean, truly it could be, right? Venus is all about the things you value, and the energy is coming straight. It's like Venus is stuck into the sun. It's like sucked in. So you got the sun, you got Venus, you got the earth, and it's just like straight through. Drink some water, Tony. Sit up, drink some water. Maybe get some steps in. All right. When you realize you're the creator of your reality, you're the only one in it, you will stop listening to what everyone else has to say. Remember, you're the CEO. You just learned that you are the CEO of your life. You're the business owner of your body and your reality. If you were really, if you have a hard time really getting shit done inside your reality today as the person you are, turn yourself into the boss of a business, and the business is you. Like, play the game. You are on the computer and you're the controller, and your body is your avatar, and you're like telling it what to do, and you're like, okay, I'll go do this. Your higher self is like the CEO, and you are like the one working the things, doing the things. VIP Jules is mine is because I hate peppers before bed. Don't do that. Let's see. This is like hodgepodge, you guys, so I'm kind of just going through it. So I have here, the longer that you feel sorry for yourself, the longer it will take for you to manifest your dream life. That's why I like to remind people, like, everyone has feelings. Everyone feels pissed off. Everyone feels sad once in a while. Everyone feels depressed once in a while. Everyone feels uninspired, unmotivated. All of those things are normal feelings for every single soul. It's normal. But what becomes like a little bit of a hindrance or a big stuck cycle is when you're replaying those feelings over and over again for yourself. You feel the feeling, you acknowledge the feeling, you cry, you journal, you run on the treadmill, whatever it takes to get the feeling out. Typically some sort of action gets the feeling out. Physical action, writing, running, walking, whatever, meditating maybe. You get it out and it's gone. And then what happens for a lot of people that don't know how to use their energy appropriately is, or they just don't know yet because they don't know, you don't know what you don't know, is they play the story back in their mind, they bring up the feelings again, and boom, they're back in that space. And then they have to have all this energy to get the feeling out again and to release it, and they start to feel good, and then all of a sudden they play the story again, and boom, they're back in the space. And now you're on the wheel. You're like a little hamster running nowhere fast. You're on the merry-go-round, and somebody is not stopping the ride. You're just spinning in circles, right? And so it really does take conscious effort to release. But the longer that you stay in that cycle of, I've released the feelings and now I'm playing the story, and I've released the feelings and now I'm going to play the story, the longer it will take for you to get out of that space and actually go into a frequency to manifest your best reality. VIP Deborah says that's a perfect way to analogize. You guys, my brain doesn't even work anymore, to how to get it done. It's normal for all of us to be that way because remember, we're all one, we all feel the same way. How are you going to deal with it? How are you going to deal with it? That's the deal. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What are you going to do about it, right? That's what people say. What are you going to do about it? Because it's the law of action. The law of action is you have got to take some sort of action. People love the law of attraction, but they forget that there's one more called the law of action. It says, you have got to go after what it is you want. It doesn't say you have to push with human effort. Remember we talked about at the beginning, you're writing on the computer and it's like your energy is gone and you know it, but you want to get those last 10 pages out. You want to get that last email sent. You want to get the project just buttoned up and you want to review it. No, stop, right? Allow yourself out of it so that you can reset the energy and then, fresh eyes tomorrow morning or whatever. So when you say, what are you going to do about it? Yeah, you have to do some things, but it doesn't have to be this like wild human effort thing. At the beginning, it's going to feel that way. It's going to feel hard because you're doing something new. Anything new is going to feel hard. That's normal too. But after a couple tries, or maybe 20 tries or 30 tries, it doesn't feel so hard. When I got my plan from my TikTok guy who's helping me build my TikTok out, he sent me all these pages. I was like, oh my gosh. I started to get a little nervous. I was like, this is like, I felt overwhelmed initially. I thought to myself, I'm gonna have to start really thinking about my TikTok, whereas before it was kind of a second nature thing and it felt rather intuitive. And I would just kind of post what was on my brain and call it a day. But what I realized is you can just post what's on your brain and call it a day, but that's not what's going to really build out your following. You need a strategy and all these things, which I wasn't really doing before. So overwhelming was the first feeling I had. A lot of pages, a lot of words, a lot of links. And I was like, oh boy. And then I was like, you know what, Lindsay, break this down. Like, what is he actually telling you to do? And at the very last page, it was very simple. 1 to 2 posts a day. During these times, here are some hashtag strategies to use. These are things I would like you to look at. This is what you need to get better at. And so I started working on that immediately. But at the beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, this is overwhelming. And I think that's also why mentally I'm very exhausted, because for the last, 3 days now, I've been living in the world of researching TikTok. You wouldn't think researching TikTok really goes together, but it does, right? So I'm learning something new, but I feel like I've kind of got it. And yeah, it's going to take maybe another week before I've like really got it, but I'm learning something new and it's kind of working. I thought I was the only one that like lockups when I see a bunch of data or words of info. VIP Jewel says, oh my gosh, you just summarized my day yesterday. Probably part of why I'm so drained. Yeah, when you learn something new, that's a lot, right? Not a lot, but like you're creating new pathways in your brain. So when you sit down to learn something new, it's like, oh, especially during this time. VIP, Catherine says, not just only you, my friend. Yeah, I mean, even if it's new and I get a bunch of pages, the initial gut instinct is like, oh my gosh. But I know my energy. So I say, oh my gosh. Also, this is normal because I'm learning something new. And right now it seems overwhelming, but I'm going to read it all. And then I'm going to break it down. What is he really telling me? What he actually really told me, guys, is only a couple things. I wrote it down in my notes right here. He says, I need to do better on my hooks. I need to do better topics. I have to have certain video links and a goal. That's 4 things. That's it. Now there's other things built in that I'm trying as well. But I'm giving myself an opportunity to try. I just started on March 18th. You know, it's just brand new. Allow yourselves to try and let it be brand new, and like let the thrill of it be that you're on this journey of learning something new, knowing that whatever you're learning is actually about to propel you into the life you really want. I thought to myself when I signed up with this guy, I was like, yeah, like, let's see what happens. This is going to be exciting. And then I have a video go viral on day number 2. He emailed me yesterday and he was like, Lindsay, wow. And I was like, yes, sort of. And so I was like, wrote him back and I was like, here's the data. Looks good on paper. However, I would like to fix XYZ. And he was like, yep, this is how you do it next time. And I was like, all right, awesome. So now I can take his information and go viral. And now I know next time how to make it better. In 2 days. You take the knowledge, you break it down, make it simple, allow yourself to suck or be really good, whatever. Just allow it to be what it is at the beginning. That's what I did. I was like, let's just see what happens. Because I wasn't so attached to his exact process, I just followed it and I was like, let's see what happens. Boom, it takes off, right? But you've got to allow yourself the chance to even try. Let's see. I have one that says PSA. One of my notes says PSA. This is a public service announcement. Your entire life will change when you realize you are the one in charge of your emotions. Mic drop. Your entire life will change when you realize you are the one in charge of your own emotions. In fact, I also wrote later on, if your happiness depends upon anybody else performing in any way to please you, it is no wonder that your life feels out of control. VIP Brenda says, I'm in the middle of an internship and I'm mentally exhausted. I think I'm just scared. Yeah, allow it to be what it is. You're doing great, I'm sure. Ask your boss for some feedback. How am I doing? How's it going? Thank you. I appreciate all of you here. You guys got this. Yeah. Don't stress, VIP Brenda. Don't stress. Should I say it again? PSA, your entire life will change when you realize you are the one in charge of your own emotions. If that triggers you in any way, it's because you're working on getting in charge of your own emotions. Don't worry, you can do it. If your happiness depends upon anybody else performing in any way to please you, if your happiness depends upon anybody else performing in any way to please you, it's no wonder you feel out of control. Catherine's got her hands in the air. All right, let's see what else is going on here in my notes. Woo! A microphone? What? With diamonds? That is perfect, VIP Jules. I love that. VIP Aaron says to VIP Brenda, give yourself the end of shift day letdown transition period. Yeah, that's a good piece of advice too. I have another one that says stop complaining for a month to see how your life changes. That's always a good one. Try to stop complaining for one. Try to stop. Most people are addicted to complaining, so try just for one day if that's you. And let's see what else. Let's see what else is on this thing. Says, imagine if you just gave yourself the permission to be yourself. Imagine the relief. The stress would be gone, the ease at which your life would flow if you were just to be yourself, simply be yourself. But you get around a parent and the parent is looking at you when you were 16 years old. Like some of my family members still think I'm like a bratty 16-year-old. That's like a big point of tension, right? Period of friction and tension. I'm like, hey, I'm not 16 anymore. Let me out of the box. Let me out, right? So you get around certain people, they imprint upon you, and then instantly you take that energy on and you're like, shit, like, why am I acting this way? This isn't me. And then you're like, oh yeah, because they're imprinting so hard. This is what they expect of my energy. And it's like, has like twisted me all up in a certain way, right? That's why sometimes you really do have to change. You have to go into isolation period to change. You have to break free from all of your friendships. Hey friends, I'm really working on some self-development stuff, and right now I need to be totally by myself. I hope you understand. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. It could take 3 months, it could take a week, I don't really know. All I know is I need to just do my own thing, and I hope that you guys are here when I'm back. But if you're not, I totally get it. But I need to just like reset my full-on energy. Friends, location I live in, groups I belong to. Don't quit your job willy-nilly. I would never recommend that, so be mindful there. But there is resets that have to happen, and sometimes it means taking yourself away from people that have heavy imprinting upon who they think you are, and they're not allowing yourself out of the box that they've put you in, basically. Right? It's kind of like the secret of forgiveness is when the other person has said, I'm sorry, or is doing their best to show you that they are somebody new, that they really have transformed their lives, and you're like, yeah, but you did this 2 years ago, and yeah, you did this a year ago, and you're still bringing back all those old things, you're keeping them in a box, right? So it goes two ways. Forgiveness is a two-way street, right? Amen. I deal with that as well, Dreama says. VIP Jewel says, I call it closing shift and incorporating it with cleaning up the house after all fall asleep. Oh, I love that. That was cool, VIP Deborah says. Because you need to say it louder in the back with the microphone. Yeah, that microphone was cute. All right, you guys, what a hodgepodge of messages, but I think kind of all vibe together in a sense, right? I think the coolest one in my mind is the whole like reminding yourself that you're a business. If you treated your life like a business, you might be able to get some more shit done that you actually want to create your best reality. Because if you think about a business, like the business is like, it's not necessarily that it's like hustle culture. That's not what I'm promoting here, but it is kind of like team no days off. But that doesn't mean like you have to work every single day, all day. It just means like stay focused on your goal every single day. Remind yourself when you're making choices, is this aligning with my reality I'm creating, or is this in misalignment with the reality I'm creating? And you can start to make good business decisions about your life, aka good life decisions for the reality you're creating. And that's really important. If you're trying to create a reality where you have a crap ton of money, then I would ask you, do you have a budget? Are you spending wisely? Are you investing? Have you started a side hustle? If you're starting to create a reality where you are super healthy, I would ask you things like, are you meditating every day? Do you understand your energy? Are you making healthy food choices? Are you moving your body? If you want to, that's health. Okay, I got health, I got wealth. What's next? Love, money, love, relationships. Okay. So if you wanted a reality where you had better relationships, I would say, have you worked on yourself? Do you fully love yourself? Are you giving the energy out to others that you wish to receive? Have you put yourself out there? Are you setting healthy boundaries? Right? All very simple questions. And everybody wants better health, more money, and better love. Everybody. That's normal. VIP Jamie says, that's my disconnect. In what way, VIP Jamie? Maybe you want to drop it inside of the Cosmic Collective. Blue Eyes 458 is in the chat. For those of you that have never been here before, welcome. I'm Lindsay with Love. I go live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You want to hit the follow button. Everybody must be tired because there is like, TikTok is just like the last couple of days. Everybody's energy is just like shot, I think. The action behind the thought. Yeah. Well, because a lot of people, VIP Jamie, and I'm not calling you out, but this is common, which is people are not thinking about the reality they're creating when they're making choices. They're thinking about appeasing themselves and having satisfaction in the short term. But you've been programmed that way. I mean, like, we've been programmed to be short-term thinkers. We've been programmed to be very impatient people. It's in my opinion, I think it was a conscious effort. Like when I say they, whoever the powers that be have programmed the common people or average people to be impatient. Because when you're impatient, you will give up on yourself. So don't fret about it. Don't get upset about it. Just know that it's common. It's common to be a short-term thinker. And when you train your brain into the reality you're creating, guess what you do? You just follow through with, well, who are we talking about? Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? 2 days ago, who was it, you guys? With the intention and the attention. Who was it? Who were we talking about? I can't remember. And they were saying that the intention and the attention you place on it are the only two things that really matter. Who was it? Anybody? VIP Jamie says, my procrastinating is terrible too. I self-sabotage long term. Yeah, that's big time root chakra energy and self-worth. Two big kind of buckets there. I can't remember his name. I know. Who were we talking about? Now I'm like, what the heck? I'll have to go back in my notes. I have it right here. Intention and attention. Deepak Chopra says, we have to place the intention and focus our attention. So a lot of people have a hard time focusing their attention, but you've been programmed not to be able to. So allow yourself out of the box, out of the programmed box, and say, no, you know what? I think I will put my attention on this today. All right, you guys, let's go on to, this is for VIP only. So to my YouTubers, have an amazing day. I will see you guys back here on Monday. Have a great weekend, you guys, and check back on my TikTok every single day over the weekend. Every single day, click the follow button anyway, because there's a lot happening in the sky. So I'll be keeping everybody up to date on that. And get some rest over the weekend if you need it. It's a good time to do your resetting. So resting, resetting the brain, resetting money, love, balance, peace, and harmony. Have a great weekend, YouTubers. I'll see you guys back here on Monday.